What's going on, everybody? In this video I will be mock drafting. Hopefully this video records alright and everything goes well. We're going to do 30 seconds a pick, $5 entry, and then I think this is it, the puppy 2. You'll be entered, $5 deducted, that's okay. So I have 169 bucks up over here. I actually only put 50 bucks in. It looks like this draft is almost filled, so we're waiting for 2 more people. But yeah, if you guys don't know about Underdog Fantasy, it's underdogfantasy.com. I'll put a link in the description to where you can join one of my private leagues. I've been funneling people through TikTok to my private leagues, and we have filled one and we're working on filling our second. It's just fun to draft with people in the community. But basically when you sign up, if you use me as your friend referral, SBE, just the 3 letters, that's my username, as you can see over here. Got the blue logo with the golden retriever. Then you'll get a $25 bonus. So when I signed up, I put 50 bucks in. I got a $25 bonus. I got 75, and then I guess around 15 of my followers have signed up. So we're drafting from the 6th position. You guys may have already known that from the title. Looks like my phone's sending me texts. We are aware that the draft starts in 45 seconds. So this will be a fast draft. I've been doing slow drafts too. With the slow drafts, it's actually pretty cool. At first, I was like, holy crap, you get 10 hours to pick. That's going to take forever. But it basically takes a couple days. And if you enter into like 10 slow drafts at once, it's kind of cool because you have time to do research between each pick. So like I'll get a buzz that it's time to draft, and I'll look, and if it's an obvious pick, then I'll just make the pick right away. And if it's one that I have to kind of think about, I might go watch a YouTube video like comparing 2 players, right? And then figuring out who I want to pick. So the slow drafts are pretty cool. I'm usually involved in at least 10 slow drafts at once. What you'll see, and maybe I'll get a chance to show you guys throughout the video, but what you'll see is a lot of these people, they really don't have good best ball draft strategies. So I'm going to show you guys my best ball strategy. Basically, you got to get running backs first at all costs. Hopefully I can get Kelsey here. I would really love that. We'll see what happens. But best ball is different, man. And I was just talking on the live stream. Someone asked me about Odell Beckham. And Odell Beckham's one of those receivers that's highly skilled, but he's on a team with so many great players that he might have several weeks where he doesn't put up hardly any points. So you don't know when to start him, when to play him. But you can be assured that Odell will put up good points about maybe 7 or 8 times. Okay, let me make sure. Okay, there we go. You can be assured that Odell will put up good points about 8 games a season. So Odell is a great receiver for best ball. But for regular fantasy, he's kind of tough because he's one of those guys that you don't want to keep him on your bench, but then you're going to start him, and then what if you watch Jarvis Landry catch all the touchdowns, or you watch Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb run all the touchdowns in, and it could be frustrating to be a fantasy owner for him. But in best ball, that's not frustrating at all because you'll have a staple of 6 receivers, and you're doing just fine. So, all right, we drafted at the 6th, so we're really in the dead center of this draft. So every 12 picks that go by, we'll be able to get someone. So I'm probably going to look to, I think I might be able to get Joe Mixon here, Najee Harris maybe. I might even reach for Clyde Edwards-Helaire. I think that CEH is going to have a big year I think he'll have a breakout year on the Chiefs. I really think the Chiefs are going to just let him absorb all the running back points this year, whereas, he really, having Le'Veon Bell in there really kind of hurt him. See, these people drafting receivers will look at their teams at the end of the draft, but they're not going to have teams that are going to be able to compete with mine or some of the others. So the reason I'm considering, and I'm pretty much 100% sure I'm going to put 10,000 bucks into this year, is I think that basically you have to win 10% of your leagues to break even. So if you win 12%, you're going to turn a profit. If you win 11%, you'll turn a profit. But I think I can win closer to 25% of my leagues because once we're done with this draft, there will only be about 4 teams that I'll really have to worry about. So a lot of these teams, just by the makeup of their roster, they'll be disqualified. You know, I've seen teams with 2 quarterbacks and one of them isn't even guaranteed to start. You need at least 2 quarterbacks that are 90% going to start every week of the season. So Aaron Jones, really good pick there at the 2.3. I really love that pick. DK Metcalf, I wouldn't have used my pick on him. I'm sure that's his ADP, but that's a tough one. Love Antonio Gibson, man. Wish I could get him. He probably won't fall to me. Maybe he will. Holy cow. If I get Antonio Gibson, boys, I'm going to be fired up right here. Fuck, man. We were so close, boys. We were so close. Okay. Jonathan Taylor or Joe Mixon or Najee Harris? Well, I get asked this question a lot, and here's your answer. We're going to go with Joe Mixon, boys. And I might even go 3 running backs here if I can get Clyde Edwards-Helaire. Well, I'm not going to be able to get him. I forget that I'm drafting in the 6th. That was a mistake by me. Man, if I could have gotten Gibson there, boys, I would have been so happy. But who knows? Maybe Mixon will finally have his big year. So let's see how many other teams go running back to start. So this guy probably knows what he's doing over here. He drafted right before me. I'm going to have to move this if I can. Okay, cool. We can move my face. That's good. All right, I'll put myself right here. So he got 2 running backs. He got Henry and Harris. That's a pretty good spot he's in right there. Pretty good setup. So that's kind of sucks that he's drafting right by me. And then this guy, I like this one too here. I do like Gibson there. All right, let's look ahead to who we can get next. Pray that Clyde slips to us, but I know he's not going to. But hey, maybe he will. So I'll probably go for Swift next. I do like Robert Woods a lot as well. Yeah, we should land about right here. Keenan Allen is my favorite receiver on the board right now. Also really like these 3 receivers. I think that's good value for them. I've been picking up Carson and Montgomery a little bit just because of the running back thing. So Edwards-Helaire is off the board. That stinks, but it'll be all right. All right, here we go. He took Kittle, so I'm going to go ahead and take Swift. I think Swift, skill-wise, is one of the most skilled running backs in the entire league. He's obviously not on a very good team, but I think that he'll get enough of the red zone carries, and he has enough of a pass-catching ability, which are 2 things that I really require in a running back in PPR leagues, that I have confidence in him. So now we have 3 running backs. Just stay with me, be patient. This is a best ball strategy, so don't do this in your regular leagues. This is where best ball is different. Wait, what the fuck just happened? Oh no, I got totally confused. I had Kelsey. Guys, I've been drafting all day. I got Kelsey with my first pick, so thank goodness I took a running back. So this is all right. This is fine right here. So I got 2 running backs and a tight end. I'm very happy with that. Okay, I was losing my mind for a minute. All right, Kelsey is a huge asset if you can get him in the middle to late of round 1. So I'm excited for how this is going to go. I like both running backs there. Obviously, I'm a little bummed that the first one didn't fall to us, but it's all good. I really like drafting in the middle. This is really the first time I've done this, so you guys are getting to watch it live. But it's cool because you get to stay engaged the whole time through. So it looks like I like drafting on the computer because I can see what the competition has. This guy's screwed, man. He needs a running back really bad. And he gets Cooper Kupp. That's crazy. So he's got 4 receivers. He basically has a 0% chance of winning this league with that roster build because he's not going to be able to get running backs where two of his running back committee can survive. Chris Carson, that was the good pick. That was a necessary pick there. So this guy's got a quarterback and 3 running backs. He's in a pretty good position right there. Just because Mahomes is, probably going to be the top quarterback, you would assume, or at least top 3. So that guy's in a pretty good position. The guy that got Carson is probably my biggest competition in this league. So now I can definitely go receiver here. Darrell Henderson, man, I might snag him. Hopefully I could get ETN on the snake back. Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, I've kind of been wondering who I should go out of those two. I already have a Bengals player, so I'm going to go for Henderson. So I got the 3 running backs, 1 tight end. So now I need receivers, but I'm not going to rush. If I get Travis Etienne, that might be a little bit too heavy on running backs early, but honestly, if I get ETN, I'll kind of be done with running backs for the rest of the draft probably. So to remind everybody the rules of best ball, once you have your whole roster for the year drafted tonight, we get 18 rounds. Whoever you have, that's who you're rolling with. If you draft 2 quarterbacks and 1 gets hurt, you're just screwed. You just have 1 quarterback. At the end of each week, they take your highest scoring players, 1 QB, 2 running backs, 3 receivers, and 1 tight end. And those are your points for the week. And then after that, they add up all your points throughout the season, and whoever is in first and second place, since this is a tournament, this is the Puppy 2, I think it was, the first and second place team after 14 weeks will go to the playoffs week 15. So that's why I'm not in a rush to get receivers, because there's just so many receivers that are like in the category of being able to just have an outburst. Odell is definitely one of them. So I think I'll take Odell here, but I do like Travis Etienne, so hopefully he picks one of them, so it makes my decision very easy. He probably won't though. He took my guy earlier. I think this is the one. I think it's Shaw. It might be Matt F19. One of them took my guy earlier. All right, so he took ETN, so he hurt us. Thank you for taking ETN. So now I'm going to take Odell. Worked out perfectly because I talked about him at the beginning of the stream. I talked about how Odell I don't really love in regular leagues, but in this, I'm more than happy to put him on the roster. So QB strategy for me, the way this draft has gone, I'll probably get a platoon of QBs. I'll probably end this draft in the 17th and 18th round taking the Saints quarterbacks. So I basically guarantee myself I'll have the Saints starter. I don't really have to guess who's going to start there, because I think Jameis Winston, if he starts like all season or if he starts the second half of the season, he's the type of fantasy QB that's like, he throws a lot of touchdowns, a lot of interceptions, but that's not bad for best ball, because if he has a bad game, I'll just use the other QB. And then other QBs that I like, really love Stafford at where his ADP is. And I love Herbert too. Herbert's one of my favorites. So we have 3 running backs. So I definitely am going to want another running back. And I might grab one right in this. Well, either Gaskin or Hunt. Not going to want Javonte Williams. Chase Edmonds is not a bad pick. All right, when do I draft? I've got to be coming up here. Okay, 6.7. So this is the guy that I really like his roster build. And he goes for Galladay, which is a good pickup, because he's going to have to build a platoon of receivers, similar to what I'm going to have to do. He's got his 4 running backs, though, so he's starting on the receivers. I think Odell gives me an edge over Galladay, though, for sure. But I think myself and him are going to come out of this league just based on how people are drafting. Some of these guys really need running backs, and it looks like a running back's going to fall to me. I'll either take Kareem Hunt or Myles Gaskin. Of course, Hunt is in a position where if Hunt's going to get all the receptions. If Chubb, though, gets hurt, there's way more upside. I'll probably go Gaskin here. Actually, F that. Let's go Hunt. Let's go Kareem Hunt. That was a tough one. That's a coin flip for me, boys. If you ask me who I think's better, I had a voice in my head that said Malcolm Brown. Malcolm Brown, Cody, is going to eat into Myles Gaskin's stuff. And we already know that Kareem Hunt and Nick Chubb can coexist, and they can be fine. And I think the Browns are going to score a lot of TDs this year. I mean, obviously, I got 2 Browns players. But Kareem at my 4th running back, I don't mind that. Maybe I should have taken Gaskin, man. We'll see what happens this season. So another thing is these are $5 entries. So if I take Kareem this time, next time I'll take Gaskin to kind of diversify the portfolio. I think for me, the biggest thing is the order you're picking these positions. Now, I'm not going to reach. I'm not going to pick Myles Gaskin in the 5th round. Whatever falls to me, I have to play with. And sometimes, if everybody's using the same running back strategy, you have to go contrarian and take someone else. But I didn't mind taking Kareem there. Now, I am in a spot where I need receivers now. But that's not a bad place to be. And what about Herbert and Rodgers down here? I feel like they are going to be 2 top 5 quarterbacks in fantasy, and I just think it's interesting that they're all the way down here. So a couple receivers I like. I'm going to put them in the queue so that if we need to get to them quick, we can get to them quick. Michael Thomas is interesting. I'm going to keep an eye on him, and if he falls too far, I'll definitely snag him. Juju's not the worst. I just think the Steelers have a ton of weapons. I probably will go DJ Chark here, which I haven't really gotten much exposure to him. But he's got Trevor Lawrence throwing to him. A lot of people think he's going to be Trevor Lawrence's favorite receiver to throw to. We'll see, man. And Juju's just got 2 other really good receivers on that team. That's what's kind of scaring me there. I might even go Herbert here. Oh, man. Russell Wilson's there too, you know. I haven't gotten Russell Wilson. I am a Seahawks fan. But I'm very confident that Herbert's going to have a better season than Wilson this year. Herbert went off the board. Okay. Now Russell Wilson's still there. All right, I'm going to trust the process, and I'll go with Chark. Honestly, I wanted to get Russell Wilson there. I really did. But, dude, I can't believe Gaskin fell. So if I had known Gaskin was going to fall that far, because I almost picked Gaskin a whole round earlier. If I had known Gaskin was going to fall that far, I could have gone receiver. So we'll do a recap at the end and see where we could have improved. Because instead of Kareem Hunt, what receivers were there back then? I forgot what receivers I was choosing from. But if I could have gone receiver and then plugged Gaskin in right there, I could have got a much better receiver than DJ Chark. And I consider Gaskin and Hunt, I mean, that was a coin toss for me. That was a hard decision right there. So, who knows? Aaron Rodgers off the board. Russell Wilson's looking juicy, man. I'm sure one of these, well, this is the same guy. I'm sure he'll get him. But look at how he's built his team. This guy's got a tight end and 5 receivers. What is he doing? Let's look at his team real quick. So he's got Mark Andrews, and then he just picked a bunch of receivers. He just doesn't know the format of what's going on. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys is to break even, you just have to win 10% of your leagues. there's no way, if you're drafting using the techniques that you see me using and you see these other fantasy influencers on YouTube using, there's no way that you're going to be in a position where you're not winning 10% of your leagues. So there goes Wilson. I like Chase Edmonds right there, man. That's crazy to see Chase Edmonds go that late. This guy kind of lucked out getting Chase Edmonds because he needed a running back. The thing is, he's not going to be able to rely on Harris to put up for him. A.J. Dillon, man, he might not be a bad pickup here. You know what you could do, and what I'll probably do in my next one of these videos just for fun, is see what happens if we go receiver early. I mean, I know it's going to happen. We're going to have to build a running back committee with like James Conner, Leonard Fournette, Ron Jones the third, and basically what will happen is Kenyon Drake, you're going to hope that the starting running back gets injured, which these guys are human. I feel bad saying that. But you're going to hope that one of these guys gets the starting role. Look at Michael Thomas at 79 ADP. So this is the 8.7. So that means 74, 75, 6. So this is like the 82nd pick or so. The thing is, Thomas is looking like he might not even play much this year. So that's where it gets tricky. So this is definitely not my best draft as far as receivers go. I mean, honestly, jeez, boys. I'll go Elijah Moore. All right. Hollywood Brown might not be a bad pick there either, because Hollywood Brown is a deep threat. Deep threat, if you could get 6 deep threat receivers, it's a really good strategy, because you got to think 3 out of the 6 will catch a 10-point reception. So like Elijah Moore, he had that bomb he caught from the rookie quarterback the Jets have. I don't know why my mind goes blank. Whenever I record these videos, I forget the easiest names. Like I'll literally forget like Tom Brady's name on these videos. Look like an idiot. Zack Wilson, one of my personal favorite players. Love Zack Wilson. Love his mom on social media too. But he caught a bomb, and if he catches one of those in a game, I mean that's a huge score. All right, let's see who's out there. It's crazy that Tom Brady's still available. I mean, it's not. That's his ADP and stuff, but like, it's crazy that you just don't need to be in a rush to get a QB. I love Stafford. I love Trevor Lawrence. I think Lawrence could be one of those guys that rushes for a lot of touchdowns. He's just a huge dude that's athletic. I'd rather just build a platoon of quarterbacks later and try to keep loading up at these position players. So I'll probably take Michael Thomas here if he falls. I'm hoping Hollywood Brown falls to me. Devontae Parker. So I'm definitely going to take one of these receivers. Russell Gage is not a bad one, but I think I could get him next round. Michael Thomas off the board at 99. You know, I don't know that Michael Thomas is going to play this year, but if he does and you get him at 99, because this is a tournament right here. So a regular best ball league, there's no playoffs. It's just the 17 weeks go by. Whoever has the highest score wins. But with the playoffs in consideration, if this guy thinks he can finish top 2, then, man, I really wish I could have got Hollywood Brown there. If this guy finishes top 2 and he's got Michael Thomas in his back pocket for the playoffs, he really could compete to go far in the playoffs and get into that big prize money, that life-changing $100,000. So let's look at the squad, boys. So a little update over here. I don't know if I could click this button. I don't know how I like that. I'm still learning how to operate this for you guys, but I've got 4 running backs, 4 receivers. So I just need 2 of these guys to do well. If 2 of them do well each week, then we're good. The bye weeks don't overlap, so that's good. Bye weeks here don't overlap, so that's actually great, and now we just got lucky there. So I need 3 receivers every week, so I definitely need to keep drafting receivers. And then Travis Kelce, we got him. We'll obviously get a second tight end towards the end of the draft, but if Kelce starts every week but week 12, we can live with that. So whenever I draft Kelce, I plan on not getting another tight end for a while. I don't know that many people use the same strategy we did, but I think a couple did, because you definitely see it's kind of slim pickings for a receiver. Now, Quan Smith, I really love Quan Smith, because if Michael Thomas doesn't play all season, that's a lot of opportunity that opens up for him. And I like Nelson Aguilar too, but maybe not quite yet. I mean, I think I'm going to have to pick a receiver here with this next pick, honestly. Definitely not. Stafford, I might pick up Stafford at this point, because I do think that Stafford's going to have a great year. I posted it a few places on social media, but I did put down $400 on Stafford to win the MVP. If he pulls that off for me, then I will make either $10,000 or $12,000. But Stafford and Herbert, I have 5-figure paychecks if either one of them wins MVP. So I do like both of those guys. At this point, I like the running backs that are available, but I don't like the receivers. So I'm going to just go with Stafford if I can. There he is. Perfect. Can't believe he drafted Trey Lance over Stafford. I think so my theory on this is I think Sean McVay is one of the best offensive coaches in the whole league, and I think most people wouldn't debate that. But with Jared Goff, he was truly making a horrible quarterback look like a top 20 QB or a top 30. I don't think Jared Goff should have a starting job. I think Goff is one of the worst QBs in the league that we've seen start, and he took Jared Goff to the playoffs. On the flip side, I think Stafford is a top 8 QB in the league, and maybe even top 5. Maybe he's 4th or 5th or 6th. Maybe not 4th. We'll see though. But he really hasn't gotten a chance to showcase himself. So Pollard's not a bad play, considering if Zeke goes down, he instantly becomes a top 10 QB. David Johnson could have a couple 2 TD weeks. So you're just looking at guys that have a high ceiling here, that if they have a big week, they can contribute. And I think AJ Green may surprise a lot of people this year. It's not time to draft him just yet, but what's up with Troyan here? 11 TDs last year, man. Am I missing something there, boys? That's looking like a pretty good pick. I think I'll go Nelson Aguilar here. I might be mispronouncing his name, but if I am, I'm sorry. All right. Interesting. All right, we'll go Aguilar here, going to the Patriots. I'm excited to see the Patriots this season, and I might even scoop up Cam Newton at the end, man, because Cam is a guy that can have big weeks at the QB position. So here's our platoon of receivers now. Now, all we're saying here, all we're betting on is, I'm not saying that I can predict which one of these guys will have a big week, but we just need 3 of them to get a touchdown each week. So we definitely need to add more receivers, and we definitely will. AJ Green is coming up next. Maybe not next, but he's coming up soon. And we'll add AJ Green in there. Definitely not trying to add Cole Beasley. Like Everett right here, so I'm going to make sure I try to get Everett. Maybe I'll go Everett and then Green. Baker Mayfield is not a bad pick at QB because Baker, you're pretty guaranteed that he's going to start every game, which is nice. Damian Williams, jeez, man. There's some guys down here, man. I think I'm gonna do the Saints stack when it gets to the 17th and 18th round at QB. Go ahead and get Taysom and Jameis, but some of these other QBs are kind of enticing. Gronk is a tight end that could have a big week, but we have Kelsey, so we don't need to build a tight end platoon at all. I mean, man, if Troyan gets to us, let me Google, make sure he didn't get injured or something. Guys, when I do these videos, my eyes, bro, the light in my webcam is just too bright. I'm going to dim it a little. That might help. You know what? I need to turn off my light. I'll be right back. I'll be right back, boys. All right, that might help me a little. That probably helps a lot. So I can just turn this off almost completely now. Yeah, we don't even need that. All right, I'm glad I figured that out. It took me a while. So Troyan went. I'm glad I didn't have to make the decision. I was researching. Let me pull up the depth charts. So we'll see who is there for me, but I might just grab Everett here. I'm going to go Everett. So I'm going to get my backup tight end. So this is about as good as it gets at the tight end position here. And of course, I did pay up for this, my 1st round pick and my 12th round pick. But both guys fell to me. I was in a spot where it made sense to get both of these guys. So I love this right here. Between these two guys, one of them is going to hit 15 points every week. The receivers are definitely my weakness in this draft. It's usually not that bad. Running back is a strength considering I have 4 reliable ones and I only need 2 to start. Love having Stafford here. Would have liked to get receiver, one of Stafford's receivers, but hey, it's all good. I think having stacks in this is smart too, especially when we're talking about trying to win a tournament, because you're really just trying to give yourself a chance to win that tournament, and by stacking, obviously having 2 guys that their performances are correlated, that would help. Hey boys, I'm just gonna look at the receivers available. All right, I'm hoping for AJ Green. I would probably take TY if I had to. He's already got 5 receivers, so he goes with the tight end. Nice. All right, I'm happy to get AJ Green. Obviously, he seems to get injured every single year, but DeAndre Hopkins came out and was really talking AJ Green up. So to get him in the 13th round, I've been doing that quite a bit this year. So he's listed as the starting outside receiver. And then you've got Christian Kirk in the slot. But the Cardinals are going to have a pretty high-powered offense. And, man, A.J. Green, 47 receptions with 104 targets. That's not the best efficiency, but we will definitely blame the Bengals for that. Should be a little bit quicker, short yardage, easy, high completion receptions here. So I like T.Y. a lot here. Let's see if there's any value at all at running back. I think Damian Williams and Xavier Jones, man. I definitely want Xavier Jones because Henderson's going to start because he's been there and he knows the blocking and he knows all that important stuff. But the Rams depth. And I actually drafted Le'Veon Bell in one of my best ball leagues in the last pick. So, hey, if the Rams get Le'Veon, at least I'll be covered there. But, yeah, so the depth chart, Xavier Jones is second on the depth chart. And Darrell Henderson is 5'8", 208. So I don't know that Darrell Henderson will get the goal line work. Xavier Jones is 5'11", 208. So it's not like he's much bigger. All right. Let's see. So the draft definitely slows down here. I might just cut straight to the recap. I'm not sure, but if you guys are watching, just wanted to say thank you guys so much. I'm going to go scope out some of the other teams too here so we can break down their rosters. But yeah, I think that UnderdogFantasy.com or just get the Underdog Fantasy app is a really great opportunity to make some serious money and get a good return on your investment. If you guys sign up, click the friend referral and then use SBE. You put in $10, you'll get 25, and they're giving out free money pretty much. So you can get that free. I hope this guy doesn't take TY right here. Oh yeah, Sammy Watkins. That's not a bad pick. So you can get that free money, refer your friends. You get $10 every time one of your friends signs up. That's how I got $169 because about 20 of y'all signed up, I think. So thank you guys if you've used code SBE. And it's a fun way to draft. I know for sure all the leagues that I'm in that I am going up against real life people, like coworkers and stuff, I have the highest chance of winning those than I ever have. Of course, making TikToks and making content about fantasy helped a lot, but I've been mock drafting at least one time every day, and I just feel so sharp. So let's look at the platoon now. So now we have a pretty deep platoon. Hopefully AJ and TY can contribute every now and then. But yeah, I really do like this receiving core. We're covered at tight end. I'm done drafting tight ends. Running back, probably I'm going to want more. So I have 2 more picks. So let's see. I'll definitely take Xavier Jones. Man, Jerick McKinnon is the second running back in Kansas City, I think, right? So Xavier Jones is the second running back in LA. And you never know, man. Darrell Henderson he's questionable right now, it says on the website. But, he gets banged up. All of a sudden, Xavier Jones is a very interesting running back. One of the best offenses stacked with our quarterback, Matt Stafford. Let me look at the Chiefs' depth chart. And I'm constantly just looking at the depth chart, so I'm getting to the point where I have everything memorized. And I'm really excited about all this. So yeah, Darrell Williams is still there. So not as great as I had thought. Darwin Thompson's still hanging in there in Kansas City. I had a lot of his rookie cards, and I was hoping he had a breakout last year, but he did not. He's a pretty small guy. He's a speedster. But, all right, I wanted to show you guys this guy's roster that drafts right before me, because I think he has a pretty good squad. So Dak and Fitzpatrick, that's a pretty good combo at QB. Then he built a nice staple of running backs. So he's got a really good core of running backs there. And then he did the same thing I did with receivers. He used a ton of late picks on them. I would have to say I prefer our group of receivers over his, for sure. That's definitely his clear weak point. But he's piled so many of them on. This is my team now. He's piled so many of them on that he should be able to get, I don't know if he'll get 3 receivers to contribute out of this group right here, though. I think that's what's going to get him. And then he has Kittle at tight end. So he's got a pretty good tight end situation there. But yeah, I think he actually he's too weak at receiver, because you have to take 3 receivers. So for him to lack that depth, I don't know why it keeps switching on me. For him to lack that depth is not really great. All right, let's look at my squad now. I think I feel pretty good about the receiver position here. So I might go for another running back. Malcolm Brown is a guy that I really like a lot. I think he could really take a lot of carries away from Gaskin. And I think he's a guy that could come in and get that job that people he's not really on anyone's radar right now. Now that we're getting down to the nitty gritty, of course, guys. So understand that, but we have rounds 17 and 18. Let me just verify that we have 18 rounds. So there's 17. Okay, there are 18 rounds. So I'll go QBs after I get Malcolm Brown, who is very solidified as the Dolphins' second running back. And I think he's probably going to get the goal line work. Gaskin, everybody loves, because Gaskin carried people to their fantasy championships last year. But yeah, Gaskin's only 194 pounds. That's pretty crazy. So Malcolm Brown's definitely going to get the goal line work. I want to say Malcolm's 225. And I'm pretty sure he's been 225 since he was a junior in high school. 5'11", 225. I love that build for a running back. He's 28 years old. He went to school in San Antonio, where I was, so I got to watch him do that. So we're really deep at running back. I don't always draft this many running backs. But these 2 right here, I think, give us a chance to come in and contribute. And then these 4 will carry the team. So might even be too deep at running back, but I just feel like, how many receivers do we actually need? Let's go to QB, and I probably want to use my last couple of picks at QB. So we've got Winston, and I think we'll go Winston and Taysom, because it guarantees us that we're going to get 17 starts out of the combo, whereas these other QBs, you never really know what you're going to end up getting. Carson Wentz, man, he's going to come back, though, so Wentz will play during the playoffs. So maybe we'll go Carson Wentz, man. I think Taysom Hill's off the board, huh? I'll go Jameis for now. Did Taysom Hill get drafted, dude? That's crazy if he did. I haven't seen Taysom get drafted, really, but I think he may have. Yeah, he got scooped up right here. That's wild. So this guy was probably trying to do what I was trying to do. So yeah, I'll just pick whoever I can get at QB then. And then the reality is Stafford's going to be our guy on this team. But you never know. Jameis goes off and throws 4 touchdowns, 400 yards, week 15. He might make us a lot of money. So you really never know. And you know Jameis is itching to get out there and play. Might end up having to go with Zack Wilson up there. But I'll probably go with Wentz, just knowing that Wentz is going to play during the playoffs of this. And since this is a tournament and not just a regular league, the big money is made week 15, 16, and 17. So we'll have Stafford and Winston, and then during the playoffs, having Carson Wentz, we'll have a nice little trio there. And I do think Winston will start in New Orleans. Taysom might start to begin, but I just think Winston starting and then Taysom coming in here and there like he does would be the best benefit of the team. Sean Payton does love Taysom Hill, though, so we'll see what happens there. So I have 7 receivers, so hopefully 3 of them can pull through for us. Here, I'll flag wins. And then another thing is I think a lot of guys are on auto draft at this point. So a lot of these guys, you're drafting against the computer. So, I have a huge edge over most of these guys. We'll look through. I'm just going to look at a couple of their rosters. But there is definitely some teams that you can already rule out just right away that they're not going to compete. And we'll see this. This is probably a bad example because this dude picked up freaking Gaskin with the 79th pick. That's unbelievable, man. That's crazy that he got him. So I actually drafted with 2 pretty competent drafters sandwiched between them. So with that considered, pretty happy with how this draft turned out. So we're kind of just waiting to get this last pick, Carson Wentz here. Hopefully no one steals him from us. Looks like this guy might want to get another running back. 4 running backs is a little risky. But hey, you gotta take risks somewhere, I think with 7 receivers and none of them being like bona fide superstars, that's probably my biggest risk too. Alrighty, goes Zack Wilson. We will go with our guy. Thank goodness. I almost could not click it. My face was in the way. Okay, I want to go to the grid if I can. And I don't know if I'm able to. Let me scoop it up this way. See if I can get us some more boxes here. Okay, cool. That's perfect. Wow. This is great. All right, so there was one point in this draft that I couldn't have predicted it, but when I took Kareem Hunt, I picked Kareem Hunt over Gaskin. If I had gone receiver, I probably would have taken Robbie Anderson there. Robbie Anderson's linking back up with Sam Darnold. So take Robbie Anderson where Kareem is, and then take Gaskin where Shark is. So that's interesting. But let me see if I can. So this isn't the team that I just drafted. I'm going to refresh and see the final product. So this is the first time drafting from the 6th position. And this is our quarterback trio. This is a tournament. This is the Puppy 2. So we're competing $5 to win $500K. We've got Mixon, Swift, Henderson, Hunt. And then these 2, I've said why I want to pick them. Really late round picks. I'm really happy to pick both of those guys up. Then we have a crew of receivers. Hopefully, if we can get some production out of these 2 down here, and even Aguilar too, then we'll be good. Because I think 2 out of these 4 will contribute each week and break that 15-point barrier that we need to see out of our receivers. And then we just need 1 man to step up out of the other, 7. Then Travis Kelce and Gerald Everett, that's about as good as it gets at the tight end position. So overall, really good. Just staying disciplined, not drafting a QB even when you have like Russell Wilson sitting right there in front of you, Aaron Rodgers, passing on those guys. I think that gives you the best chance to win these tournaments, and then you're basically just hoping that Stafford or Winston or Wentz can just, one of those 3 guys can go off for you week 15 and week 16 and week 17. Just one of the 3 needs to have a big game. But all right, guys, thank y'all so much for joining me in this mock draft. Hit that subscribe button. I'll be doing mock drafts every single day. I'm going to try to figure out how to live stream the mock drafts. But yeah, I enjoyed this video. So it's 50 minutes long. Hopefully it uploads to YouTube. Good luck with all your drafts. If you have questions or comments, tips to share with me, drop those in the comment section. Hit the thumbs up. Peace out. Good luck with y'all's drafts. Good luck with all y'all's bets. And I'll see you in the next video.